So I've got this Game of Thrones bottle opener, if you will, and I was looking at it and I was like, this would make a cool sand casting silver pour. Now, I've never poured a sand cast open mold before, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I think what I'll do is I'll probably make it a completed back on this instead of having it the bottle opener. But let's see if we can pour some Game of Thrones, the hand emblems, today. Hey everybody, it's Rob the Rob Finds Treasure, and that's right, we're gonna try some sand casting open mold today, pouring of some silver. I'm really interested in seeing how this would come out. It'll be my first time, so I may not film all of the process. This isn't a how-to video, but I do want to see if I can do it. Now, I don't want this long point here, so I'll probably have something block the mold here, or I'll have to cut it off with my Dremel. But either way, I'm curious to see how this goes. I think the next step that I'll show you is me actually pouring it, because if it doesn't come out good, this is a wasted video. If it comes out pretty cool, maybe I will pour a couple of them, use one for myself, and maybe auction one off. We'll see. Anyway, let me go ahead and create the mold and see if we can pour something silvery. Well, you're gonna laugh, but I forgot to record the actual pouring process because I thought it was on record, but it was on standby. Anyway, this is just the mold with the silver in it, and we had a little drop come out at the very end. That's what that little button is. But what do? I will pour a second one and show the entire process, since I kind of blew it. And speaking of blowing it, you can see me blowing on the mold here, just having a little bit of fun. So I'm getting ready to pour one of those Game of Thrones hands that I have. I'm doing an open cast mold. The bullet is a spent bullet casing, but I have it blocking some of this excess sword-like tip, if you will, so I have less trimming to do because I just want the hand and the mold. I don't know how it's going to come out, but we're going to give it a go, and I'm going to try to pour it while I'm filming. Hope I have enough silver. Well, it looks like it may have filled the mold up, but we'll have to see how it cools and how it looks after. Just about cooled off enough that I could dump it, but I'm gonna give it a few more seconds here because it is still smoking hot. I'll be back when I go to dump it. All right, we got some fresh water. Pull the bullet spacer out of the way. Let's see how this came out. We're gonna quench it really quick because you know it's still piping hot. Man, and it's heavy. All right. It looks like it didn't come out too bad. I got to clean some of that gunk out of there, but that's not a bad looking hand. I'll probably have to trim off some of this stuff right here and clean up this with my Dremel, and probably while I'm at it, take off some of this gunk that poured on the back, because I'd like to stamp the weight back here, but I think it came out pretty decent. Let me go ahead and clean it up a little bit, and we'll bring it back in after I've cleaned it up a little bit and took off some of this excess stuff down here. I think that might be his thumb, so I'll take a look at that, but either way, I'll be back after I've done some work to it. All right, I have used the Dremel and I've cut off the excess, if you will. We had a couple of mishaps down here, but either way, it came out pretty nice in my opinion. This is the second pour. You saw the second entire pour, which was this one, and then I forgot to hit the camera after I had poured on the first pour, but you saw the mold with the silver in it. Next step is to get this one polished up. The other one, the first pour, is in the tumbler right now, and we'll see how it comes out. Not really thrilled about this spot here. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it pushed the sand aside, but either way, not like it matters. It came out pretty cool with good detail. Let me get this one tumbled as well as the other one, and then we'll take a look. So here's the first pour. I just took it out of the tumbler. The second pour is now in the tumbler. I think this one came out slightly better, but we'll see at the end. I went ahead and stamped the back just with the weight. It's 7.25, and let me tell you, it's hard to stamp because I don't want to damage the front, and I don't want to stamp it so hard that I mess anything up, like I said. So it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about getting the OZT. We tried to get that. It's just too hard, and I don't want to keep trying to stamp it and mess the front up, but it is 725 ounces, so it's a beefy, chunky piece. The other one might be slightly less, maybe just over 7. We'll find out once it's out of the tumbler, but I do think it came out pretty nice. Now this one's done, we'll set it aside, and we'll do the other one. And just so you know, I had a little bit of extra silver, so I poured another 3 ounce or 2.9 troy ounce RFT flat bar, and I'm pretty happy with it overall as well. So we'll have that pour to add to the collection, and we'll see how the other one came out. And I will stamp it as well. When I bring it back in, it'll be fully done, hopefully. See you in just a second. All right, we got the second one out of the tumbler, and you know what? It came out really good. Had it not been for this little something on the corner there, this would actually be the nicer one. And what's really cool about it is it's 7.01 ounces troy, or basically 7 ounces troy. Not really fond of that schmutz on the back, but what do? That was the last little bit that was in the Crucible, so we're just going to leave it on there. Either way, they came out pretty nice. I must say, for my first time doing sand casting, they didn't come out too bad. I will definitely take them. 7.25 ounces troy, 7 ounces troy, and then almost my 3 ounce RFT bar. I know I didn't show the entire process, but this was the first time for me doing it, and I wanted to make sure I could do it properly before I show more of the process. Now that I'm kind of familiar with doing it and they didn't come out too bad, I think I will give it a go again with something different, maybe more of these, who knows, and I'll show the entire process of even using the Petrobond to make the casting mold. That way you can see me do that. But again, pretty cool, came out not too bad. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know it's kind of an expedited video, kind of a different video, and I know it wasn't a how-to, but I just wanted you to get a good look at how these came out. And if you like how they came out, let me know in the comments down below. If you want to see an entire process from start to finish of some sand casting, let me know that as well. But hopefully this will suffice for now, and you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy stacking, happy pouring, and thanks for watching.